graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
1, 2, 3. There we go. Hi, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is, of course, Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles, and we are also covering MLB playoffs as well. We also do a thing called MLB Diamond Zone during the regular season, which is absolutely awesome as well. And yeah, it's really, really cool. So we got 3 games on today. We're doing 2 of the 3. We are doing 2 of the 3. Val, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. I'm ready to rock and roll, man. I'm ready to rock and roll. We got Jack Flaherty on the mound today for the Detroit Tigers, and Slade Cecconi on the hill for the Cleveland Guardians. Game 3 of a best of 3 out at Progressive Field. And so we'll see how this game goes. Let me know, who do you guys have winning this game? Let me know down below. And also tell me, who is your standout player for the game as well? I'm going to go with Cleveland in this game, and I think that the standout player for Cleveland is going to be Kyle Manzardo. I think that he'll hit a home run. I think that he'll have a very productive day. I also feel like that this game is going to be a low-scoring game. I know I'm putting a lot out there. I am. I'm saying a mouthful of things. And that all has to be true, or else I have to eat my own words. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I feel like Kyle Manzardo is going to hit a home run. I don't know if it's a go-ahead, or if it's a game-tying, or if it's just a home run in the beginning. I don't know. I have no clue. But regardless, I think that he will be the player of the game, and the Guardians are going to win. So that's what I got for you. But yes, hi everybody, hi chat. John's here, JS is here, Paul's here. What's up, Paul? Paul, how you doing? I quit sports betting. What's up, ball boy? How are you, my friend? Phew. That goes for all of you. Goes for all y'all. All right. Paul, I heard that the wife's not home. Yes. Cecconi, thank you very, very much. Slade Cecconi, yes. That's it, Cecconi. Cecconi, sorry. All right, so Slade is going to go out there on the mound. We'll just call him that. Just kidding. Slade Cecconi is out there on the mound. Gleyber Torres will be batting leadoff for the Detroit Tigers. Then it'll be Kerry Carpenter, Wencio Perez, Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green. And following Riley Green, it'll be Dylan Dingler, Zach McKinstry, Javier Baez, and Parker Meadows. So just to recap, it's Torres, Carpenter, Perez, Torkelson, Green, Dingler, McKinstry, Baez, and Meadows out there in the lineup for the Tigers. For the Guardians, they will have Stephen Kwan on the mound. Stephen Kwan out in left field, doing too many things at once. It'll be Stephen Kwan out in left, and then you got Valera. That's George Valera playing out in right field. Jose Ramirez batting third. Kyle Manzardo fourth, and then fifth will be Chase DeLauder, the center fielder, batting fifth, and after him batting sixth, it'll be Gabriel Arias, Bo Naylor, Cody Kaifas, and Brian Rocchio. And that is CJ Kaifas, by the way. And that is your starting lineup today for the Cleveland Guardians. So Gleyber Torres will be leading it off against Slade's Cecconi. And the pitch is a cutter that misses down and away for ball one. There we go. All right. So we are good to go. I need y'all to be on those bots today, mods. 1 ball, no strikes, swing and a miss. That was a cutter. All right, so let's change this guy. Good. That's better. And yes, very, very good. Let's also put the light on here. That's better. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're in the top of the first. Cecconi on the mound. Right-handed pitcher for Cleveland. Throws the 2-1, and there's another swing and a miss. Another cutter thrown there. Inmates from the asylum. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. And that is a curveball that's taken down for ball 3. Home plate umpire today, it's David Rackley. Over at first base, you got Vic Carapazza, Stu Sherwaters at second, Carlos Torres is at third. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch. That is lined foul. You got Shane Livensparger out in left field, and Adam Beck as the right field umpire. Temperature, it's 70 degrees out of Progressive Field. At 3:10 p.m. Eastern Time, we are underway. The 7th pitch of the at-bat to Gleyber Torres coming on up in just a few seconds. Kerry Carpenter waits in the on-deck circle. Cecconi gets set above the belt. He kicks and fires, and Torres lines this one out to left field, but that's going to be caught by Stephen Kwan. He was right there at the right time, and there is out number 1 here in the top of the first. Tigers took the first game of this series, of course. They won 2-1. Guardians were able to bounce back yesterday, and they put up 6 runs against the Tigers. And ended up winning by a final score of 6-1. They actually put up 5 of their 6 runs in that 8th inning. They say that the humidity is at 55%. The pitch. There's a changeup, and that misses down for a ball. What's up, chat? Thank you, mods, for clubbing those bots. Pachoo! Pachoo! Going with the Guardians because we bet. Ooh. The pitch. And that's a foul ball. Just like how Bibby is pronounced Bibby, not Bibby. Thanks for correcting me. I asked people to do it, and not a lot of people do it. So when I get that, I do appreciate that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cecconi gets set above the belt, and the 1-1 pitch is a foul ball. Yesterday, Carpenter ended up going 2 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout. Cecconi comes set at the belt, and the 1-2 on the way. Swing and the miss. Went with a slider there. Did he get a piece of it? They say that he got a piece of it and that the ball bounced. So we'll do it again. Here's the 1-2 delivery that's down in the dirt for ball 2. Wow. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, top of the first. They said that he just fouled that thing off. 2-2. That's taken down for ball 3. Defensively for Cleveland, they got Bo Naylor behind the plate. C.J. Kaifus over at first. Brian Rocchio at second. Third baseman is Jose Ramirez. And Gabriel Arias is over at short. 3-2 pitch, and that's low for ball 4. And there's a 1-out walk. So Carpenter is over at first base. You also got in the outfield for Cleveland, Valera is in right, Kwan is in left, and DeLauder is in center field. Stephen Vogt, who's the manager for the Cleveland Guardians, is 3-1 in elimination games. It's a pretty good track record. Here's the pitch. That's taken for a strike to Wencio Perez, who has gone 0 for 8 in this series and has struck out twice, including once yesterday. Cecconi comes set at the belt and delivers, and that four-seamer is fouled away. Who you guys rooting for? Let me know down below. What's up, Lou? What's going on, my guy? The ball is 2 strikes. Perez is 1 for 3 against Cecconi with a solo home run. The ball is 2 strikes. Cecconi kicks and deals, throws a fastball that is up high and above the zone. Let me know who you guys have winning this game. And who's your standout player today? There's the 1-2 delivery. That's even more so above the zone, and also a little bit more outside for ball 2. Cecconi's four-seamer was averaging 93.8 in July, 94.3 in August, and just above 95 in September. It just continues to rise. Here's a 96-mile-per-hour fastball that is fouled away, and Perez stays alive. The last time that Slade pitched, of course, it was against the Texas Rangers. He went 4 innings. He gave up 4 earned runs, including a homer in that game. 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled in and out of the glove of Bo Naylor. Can't hang on to it, and the at-bat will continue. Just popped out of the glove. Alejandro Ozuna is the one who hit the 3-run homer against him. It was also the same game that Jack Leiter went 7 innings and he struck out 10. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And there's out number 2 here in the top of the first inning. A backwards K for Slade. Hey. So 2 away in the top of the first. Spencer Torkelson comes on up to the plate. And Spencer takes strike 1. That's a fastball. Rooting for Jim Leland and Magnum PL. What's Magnum PL? The ball is 1 strike. In the pitch, and that's up high. Jim Leyland? Shout out to him. I was just thinking about him the other day. Great manager. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 24th pitch of the inning is outside and taken for ball 2. Yeah, I don't know yet, ball boy. I have no clue what I'm going to do yet. If anything, it'll definitely be on this channel, for sure. The 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. It was at 95 miles per hour. Right now, I'm just focusing on finishing out the season and then just getting ready for the off season. But yeah. If there's any podcast, it'll definitely be on this channel, for sure. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-2 pitch on the way. That is just on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Bottom of the first coming on up. Looked a little bit outside, but the home plate umpire says that was a strike. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. All right, we're going to the bottom of the first inning. Jack Flaherty is going to pitch for the Detroit Tigers. Flaherty is 8-15. He has a 4.64 ERA during the regular season. Last time that he pitched, he went 4 1/3 against Cleveland. Gave up 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts as well. The homer that he gave up to was to Valera. Stephen Kwan will lead things off for the Guardians. He takes ball 1, and Flaherty comes set and fires and throws a fastball that's in there for strike 1. That's at 94. See a lot of 94, 95 on the four-seamer that he does throw. Here's the 1-1 pitch. The slider comes in at 86. That's in there for strike 2. Guardians lineup, it'll be Kwan, Valera, Ramirez, Manzardo, DeLauder, Arias, Naylor, Kaifas, and Rocchio. Next pitch on the way, that's taken for ball 2. That fastball came at 92. Flaherty gets set and deals. And Kwan hits this one out over towards left center field. Who's going to get it? Well, the left fielder Riley Green will, and he'll make the catch in the alleyway. This isn't NFL content. No, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm young. 1 out, bottom of the first. Valera in the box. Takes a slider that misses down for a ball. I am young. Valera in this series 1 for 3 with a solo shot. He also struck out as well. Next pitch, it's now 1 ball, 1 strike. Very sunny out in Cleveland. The windup and the pitch. Tapper hit over to third base. McKinstry has it, throws it over to first, and there is out number 2. Looked like Valera got on top of a curve. Defensively for the Tigers, we just said that McKinstry's over at third. On the other corner, it'll be Spencer Torkelson. In the middle infield, you got Gleyber Torres at second. And then at shortstop, it's Javier Baez. Out in left field, Riley Green, that's where he will be. Parker Meadows is in center. And out in right is Wencio Perez. Here's Jose Ramirez, who has struck out 8 times against Jack Flaherty. He's ahead in the count, though, 1-0. The switch hitter takes the next pitch down for ball 2 as well. Detroit's money line, according to ESPN Bet, is at plus 110. And for Cleveland, it's at minus 140. 2-0 pitch. That's outside and taken for ball 3. Up next for the Guardians is Kyle Manzardo. He was my player of the game. 3 balls, no strikes, and the 3-0 pitch is a fastball that's taken on the outside corner for a called strike. Three-one pitch. That's a foul ball. Ramirez went 0 for 1 in yesterday's game. He did score a run, and he walked 3 times. He's 1 for 4 in this series with 4 walks and 1 strikeout. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Make that now 2 strikeouts in the series for Jose Ramirez. And 1-2-3 go the Guardians. So he chased after a pitch that was in the dirt. And we're going to go to the top of the second. No score between Cleveland and Detroit. All right, chat. What's going on? What's up, chat? So let's look at these polls. Let's look at the poll and see what you guys voted for. Who do you have winning this game? Was my question for you guys. I can't wait for Saturday, guys. I can't wait for Saturday. I'm actually really excited. I might be a little bit optimistic, and I might be positive, according to some people. But you know what? I'm really willing to give the Phillies a chance here. Yeah, I know. I know. This team has broke our hearts a lot of times. They have. But I just feel like that they have a shot at this. My gut is telling me that they have a shot. Just imagine, and I know that some of you guys are going to be like, JJ, wake up. Imagine what the okay, picture this. Kyle Schwarber walks up to the plate against Shohei Ohtani and belts a 450-foot bomb. Do you know how electric that crowd is going to be? You know how loud it's going to be? You know how many people's phones are going to go off saying that they're going to go deaf? I can't wait for that. I'm excited for that. I'm so excited for that. And then you see videos of just the crowd noise of the home run, kind of like Bryson Stott against the Miami Marlins. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Very excited for that. We got 37 likes, 74 people watching. We got 50% of you voting for the Cleveland Guardians. And by the way, the 72 of you who have been on here, not all of you have voted. The pitch. There's a line drive hit out to center field that's going to be caught for out number 1. And so there's one away in the top of the second. What's up, Andrew? No, we don't have a time yet. They say that, I don't know, somebody told me, and I can't confirm this, but if the Red Sox win, it gets pushed back to 6:38. If they lose and the Yankees win, it's a 6:08 start time. Slade Cecconi, back out there for his second frame, throws a cutter. That's in there for strike 1. He just got the first batter out. Up now is Dylan Dingler. The ball is 1 strike. Cecconi gets set and deals and gets the call on the four-seamer that hit the upper third of the zone. I'm afraid of Saturday. I have a bad feeling for my Brew Crew, says Ball Boy. I don't know why, but I think their nerves aren't hard enough for postseason. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a question mark. The 0-2, and that's up high for a ball. Every team has valid concerns. Every team has valid concerns. I can't sway you to think one way or the other. I can't. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. That fastball was above the zone. And Cecconi gets Dingler to strike out anyways. And there's out number 2. I will tell you this, though. The Brewers have a very good team. They do. They have a very good team. There's a reason why they were the best team in baseball this year during the regular season. They deserved it. They earned it. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1, that misses outside for a ball. How will Pat Murphy, though, do steering the ship? I don't know. Can guys step up like Churio? And, I don't know, Perkins? I don't know. They've done it during the regular season. Can they do it in the postseason? I don't know. The pitch. There's a grounder hit over towards the first base line. First baseman Manzardo has it, and he will take it over to the bag himself for out number 3. We're going to go to the bottom of the second inning. Cleveland is back up. Kifus, by the way, had it over at first base. Remember, he's at first, not Manzardo. Michael says, I'm dreaming. You think Bader will lead it off or start? I think both. Actually, well, because of Trey Turner being back, I don't know. I don't know what Dave Roberts is thinking, too, because you got Shohei Ohtani pitching, right? So, righty. That plays a factor into things. It does. Philly captain in 301 is going to be fun. Nick says, sadly, I'm going to go 4-2 Detroit. Why sadly? You don't like Detroit? I got you, man. Manzardo, DeLauder, and Arias are all due up for Cleveland as they go to the bottom of the second. Who do you think Milwaukee's going to start game 1? I mean, they got to go Freddie Peralta, right? Freddie Peralta has to be the game 1 starter, correct? So, to me, they also have the upper edge with the rotation against either the Padres or the Cubs. So, that helps them. Plus, they're at home. Yeah, I think that I don't know if they played an inter-squad game or not. But I don't think it's going to be an easy series. The pitch. That's low for a ball. Thank you again, mods, for taking out these bots. Really. Thank you so much. Bots are working really hard today. That's good. That means that we're getting more attention. I like that. The 1-0, swing and a miss. I think that series will go back and forth. Dodgers in 5, says Andrew. It's going to be it is going to be a dogfight. 1-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. That's a curveball. I think the Phillies will win in 5. I do. I think it'll be split. Phillies, I actually don't have them winning game 1. But I think that they pull it out in 5. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Flaherty gets his second strikeout of the day. Tell you what, Jack is looks pretty good so far. Seems like his fastball has definitely been working out well. His command looks good. It's curious to see how long A.J. Hinch leaves him out there for today. The pitch. There's a ground ball, base it out to right field by DeLauder, and he gets his first hit of his career. Congratulations to him. There we go. So a 1-out single here in the bottom of the second inning for Cleveland. And a nice swing there. Looked like that was a knuckle curve that just went back out towards the center of the plate. Here's the pitch. That's taken inside for ball 1. Or for, it's called a strike? Wow. No balls, 1 strike. Arias in the box. And the 0-1. That's in there for strike 2. That's a 93-mile-per-hour fastball. So we got 2 fastballs in a row that catch the inside corner. Up next is Bo Naylor with a 3-run shot in the 8th inning of yesterday's game. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 strikeouts for Jack Flaherty. One thing that he did in that at-bat, which I thought was interesting, was after he goes to the fastballs on the inside corner, he decides to go down and away with a slider. Naylor batting a .195 on the season so far. First pitch that he takes is a curve that misses down. Bo is only 25 years old. He's been in the league since 2022. Hard to believe that. Next pitch, and that's down for ball 2. $14 homers for him this year. That's a season high. 2-0 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. It's a career high for him in a season, I should say. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Bottom of the second. And the next pitch is taken for ball 3 to Bo Naylor. Later today, we got Padres and Cubs. That game will be at 5. We're not going to be covering that game, but we'll be back on tonight for Boston, New York. The 3-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. So we got Yankees and Red Sox at 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be covering that game. A lot of people will actually be covering that game, but we'll be doing it too. Once the San Diego game is on, we will add them to the mix and let you know when they do score. But after this Detroit game is done, Detroit-Cleveland game, then we're going to sign off. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch, foul ball. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icons too. Is it bad that I don't know the starters that Boston is throwing out there? I only know Garrett Crochet. That's very bad. That's terrible. 3-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. That one goes out of play. What kind of a baseball fan are you? Who the heck are you? Call yourself a baseball fan? You don't know all the pitchers on Boston? 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. That ball is popped up, hit out over towards the right side. And the catch will be made by Gleyber Torres in foul territory, and the side is retired. We're going to go to the top of the 3rd. No score between Detroit and Cleveland. Yeah. Connolly Early is pitching for Boston tonight. By the way, I was joking. I was. You got Brian Bello. You got Garrett Crochet, as you mentioned. Connolly Early. Peyton Toll, who's 22 years old. But Peyton's been coming out of the pen. He really has. So they list him as a starter, but he's not really a starting pitcher. Kyle Harrison, they have him coming out of the bullpen, but they use him as a starter. He's sort of a Swiss Army knife, if you will. But yeah. That's it. Ken's here. What's up, Ken? How are you? How are you, my friend? JJ, that is what I'd call going out on a limb. I love that prediction, but think it'll be tougher. Yeah, I mean, LP, so, you know, the reason why I'm going with it is because when Trey Turner went down and when they got swept by the Mets, okay, sorry, when they got swept by the Mets out of Citi Field, they really did respond. They played New York, and at the time, New York did start their losing streak, but they won 4 games, all 4 games against them at the bank. That's how you respond, right? They took, 2 out of 3 against the Brewers right before that. They were winning series. They were putting together good games. They won 2 out of 3 against the Royals. They were fighting for a playoff spot. Like, they played in meaningful games, and they got the job done. And it wasn't just because of the pitching. It was also because the offense was actually putting together good games. Remember how many times we would say, well, okay, save the runs for tomorrow because we know that you're not going to score tomorrow. I feel like that we just had that on repeat throughout most of the season, where they could go silent and they could put up maybe 2 runs in one game, follow that up by 1 in the next, and then 3 in the one after that, and then they would just put up 12 the game after that, and then the next day they get shut out, and then it would be rinse repeat, same thing. They weren't doing that though during that time, and so I could get behind that. And when Trey Turner went down, and when Al Bohm went down, and then Mundo Sosa went down, guess what? Wes Wilson was hitting a 3-run home run in a meaningful game against the LA Dodgers at a Dodger Stadium. Maybe it wasn't 3, but it was a big-time home run, And other guys were stepping up in the bottom of that lineup. Everybody wants to forget about that. No, they did take 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. So how can I not look at that and say, yeah, they did play well during that time? If they didn't play well during that time, then people would be hitting the panic button. So, I don't know. I just got to call a spade a spade. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But I also have seen in the past that this team has broken our hearts. Glass half full, glass half empty. So, again, I can't sway you one way or the other. But I'm going with the optimism side because I have seen good. And I believe in good. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the third, by the way. Baez in the box. Grounds it foul towards the third base side. Yeah, LA starters are very good, man. They really are. They have very good starting pitching. But if we get to their bullpen, we win. If we get to the bullpen first, we win. 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards shallow right field. Valera comes running on in, and he will make the grab and get the first out recorded. I agree, John. 1 out, top of the third. And there's a slider that's in there for a strike. To Parker Meadows. On deck is Gleyber Torres. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That changeup is in the dirt for a ball. Peaks and valleys. That's how a 162 game season goes. Slade Cecconi still on the mound. Tim Herron is warming up in the pen. 1-1 pitch, and there's a ground ball base hit out to right field past the dive of the first baseman. And so Parker Meadows gets on with a 1-out single in the top of the third inning. Guys, hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button too if you love baseball. Charge! 1 away, top of the third. A runner on over at first, and Gleyber comes up, and the first pitch is fouled away. Gleyber 1 for 8 in the series so far. He has struck out twice. Ended up batting .245 on the season. The ball is 1 strike. 45 pitches for Cecconi. And we'll see how long the leash is. Next pitch is up high for a ball. Winner of this ball game heads on to Seattle to take on the Mariners on Saturday. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cecconi gets the signs from Bo Naylor. Tosses it back over to first. And the throw is not in time. John says it's been a long journey this year. Storms, becalmed, leaks, new crew. But we finally can see the lighthouse of the World Series destination. I hope we don't hit the rocks of the harbor entrance. 1-1 pitch, ground ball into right field for a base hit. The right fielder bobbles it for a quick second and throws it on in over to second base. I don't think that they would have gotten the runner out at third anyways, but still, it's going to put runners over at the corners with 1 out in the top of the third. Valera has had a hard time out in right field over these last couple of games. Remember, he had that 1 hopper that he misjudged yesterday. And also, I believe, almost dropped the fly ball out in right field, too, yesterday as well. So that's going to be it for Slade Cecconi. Stephen Vogt is not wasting any time. I mean, this is what happens when your season is on the line. So you expect a long game between the both of these teams. And Kerry Carpenter's coming up, and we have a pitching change. I really hope and pray that our bullpen can handle the Phillies, says Andrew. That is a big question mark for the Dodgers. Also, they're not playing at home. You know? Well, they are playing at home in 2 of the games, but if it goes to a game 5, Phillies do have the home field advantage. That does matter. That really does. That absolutely matters, especially when you are playing at a Citizens Bank Park. It is not like a lot of other ballparks. It's a different type of an atmosphere. You're going to see more timeouts being taken just because pitch comm devices aren't always going to help, and you're just going to have communication issues because it's going to be really hard and deafening if you're on that field to hear. That's just how chat, am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? Let me know down below if I'm wrong. Eagles is here. What's up, Eagles? How are you? The bots are more annoying than my wife today. Kyle could go 0 for 27 and Castellanos could go 27-0. Who knows, says John. My question mark that I don't think a lot of people are talking about. And then again, we'll bring it back to this Tiger series. If I'm the Phillies and I'm Rob Thompson, I need Rob to be pressing the right buttons, and I need him to be able to adjust on the fly. Because in the playoffs, you see a lot of chess moves that are being made by managers. Look at this game here. Okay, Stephen Vogt just took out Slade Cecconi because the season's on the line. And he's taking a chance here, going with a lefty, facing Kerry Carpenter. The pitch, that's taken for a strike. Heron with a 4.85 ERA. We're only in the 3rd inning. So we just last 2 1/3 of an inning. It's going to be a bullpen game today. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. There's a grounder hit over towards the first base side. It goes under the glove of the first baseman, and so that's going to go all the way to right field. Now Rocchio bobbles it, the second baseman, so that's going to put runners on at 2nd and 3rd, and a run will score for Detroit. That's going to go down, I believe, as an RBI single, but we'll see how the scoring goes, but it is 1-0 Tigers. So CJ Kifus tried to backhand it. The ball went by him over at first. I mean, that was an easy pickup for him. It went under his glove. Got the glove up too high. Didn't get it down too far enough. It went out to right field. Rocchio tried to back it up. And then when he got the ball into his bare hand, he bobbled the baseball. So that's going to put runners on at second and third. Carpenter's at second. Torres at third. 1 ball, no strikes to Wencio Perez. And the pitch is swung on and missed. So 2 mistakes on that 1 hit. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Guardians' defense just continues to be a problem. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1, that ball is skied foul, and it will go out of play. Count is 1-2. Phillies bullpen has been pretty leaky recently, too. That's true. Although not as bad as the Dodgers, need our guys to lock in. You are correct. 1 out, top of the third. 1-0 Tigers. 1-2 pitch. There's a ball that's skied right on the mound, and the first baseman calls off the pitcher, and they'll make the catch. Ramirez and Rocchio were also there too, but CJ was like, I got it. And he caught it right next to Tim Herron. They ruled it as an RBI double from Kerry Carpenter. 2 away, top of the third. Runners in scoring position. And there's a curveball that misses down for ball 1 to Spencer Torkelson. It was 1 for 6 with an RBI, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. The 1-0 delivery. That curveball's in there at the knees for strike 1. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know who you guys are rooting for in this game. Who do you guys want to go on to face the Seattle Mariners? If you were to choose one of these 2 teams. 1-1 pitch. That is low for ball 2. I'm going with, I was going with Cleveland, but part of me wants to go with Detroit because I'd like to see Matt Vierling, just like his team, move on. Shout out to Matt Vierling. God, I miss those car insurance commercials that he was in while he was here. They were really good commercials. 2-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. Herron, a left-handed pitcher. 45 strikeouts this year in 54 games. He's on the mound. The 2-2 pitch on the way to Torkelson. That's a foul ball. What's up, chat? Alex is here. What's going on? Tigers and Mariners. Ernie says I'm going to go with Tigers. What's up, Ernie? 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the batting order when the Guardians do return. All right. D says Detroit. I'm going to take another quick step off, guys. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Bottom of the third, coming on up. CJ Kifus is due up. 4 home runs for him this year, 19 RBI. He is 1 for 4 in the series. There's the 1-0. That's a curveball that misses outside for ball 2. You know, I was thinking about this during the break. I would really love to hear your thoughts about this. 2 balls, no strikes. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-0 pitch. There's a line drive down the right field line. That is a foul ball. It'll go into the stands. So a lot of people in the Philly market say that they do. There's a lot of people that do not like Rob Thompson. There's people that don't think that he's a good manager. And I was wondering, right now in baseball, who would you say is the best manager in baseball currently in 2025? The pitch. There's a line drive leaping catch by Javier Baez. And there is out number 1 in the bottom of the third. I'll tell you, I like Pat Murphy. I think he's a good manager. Would you put Dave Roberts as the best manager in baseball? Definitely not Aaron Boone. Is it Alex Cora? Who is it? AJ Hinch? The ball is 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. That misses outside for ball 1. Michigan Sports is here. What's up, man? What's going on? I'm so happy to see you guys here. Rocchio is in the box. Here's the 1-1. That misses down for ball 2. Maybe Craig Counsell. Who is the best manager right now in baseball? What's up, Josh? Josh is also here. 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field, and that is foul yet again towards that corner. Rocchio has been hitting screamers out to right. They just go foul, though. I like Dave Roberts. Ken says Dave Roberts. Andre says definitely not Dave Roberts. Nick says mine is Pat Murphy. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And so there's 2 gone in the bottom of the third. That's the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Jack Flaherty. Tell you, the slider looks good. The fastball has been on point so far. Tigers are getting everything that they could have asked for so far out of Jack Flaherty. The pitch that's in there for a strike. This is Stephen Kwan who's up at the plate. The 0-1. And that is down for a ball. Oh, Edmundo Sosa, he's a baller. Edmundo Sosa is great. By the way, Josh, how's Yom Kippur for you? Happy Yom Kippur to all the people that celebrate. Hopefully you guys are having a safe fast if you are fasting. The pitch, there's a slow roller hit over to third base. Third baseman picks it up, throws it on over to first. That's in time. And we are going to go to the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 Tigers. All right. Last step off. Be right back. Just to add on to this discussion, a lot of people said last year Carlos Mendoza is a very good manager for the New York Mets. And guess what? They didn't make the playoffs this year. And I heard a lot of Mets content creators and a lot of Mets fans blaming Mendoza for their loss for some of their losses that they had because he didn't know how to manage the bullpen. I mean, of course, they were blaming the GM too for the moves, but it's another thing. Here's a fastball that's a little bit outside for ball one. If the Phillies are not the Reds, let's make that clear as well. Absolutely, that's a fair point too. Joey Cantillo is out there to pitch, and he fires a fastball that misses outside for ball two. Rob speaks after the World Series when someone else changed the channel to a pitch. That's a foul ball hit towards the right side. Sounds the best of both worlds for John is if Joe Buck is interviewing Rob Thompson. The 2-1 pitch. Line drive, base it out to left field. Stephen Kwan gets on over to it, and he fires it over to second. And so the runner will stay put over at first. The throw was actually a little bit wide, but Rocchio's there to back it up. What is going on with this Cleveland defense? I have to see a replay on how bad the throw was. By the way, shout out to Joe Buck. I do like Joe Buck. But I was making a joke because John said that he doesn't have any personality. He doesn't always show it. And that is correct. The pitch, and that is up high for a ball. But I still like you, Joe. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Cantillo went with the changeup there, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. John's laughing. I'd like to see a World Series pitching matchup of Sanchez versus Scubell. That'd be wild. What about Garrett Crochet? I'll take that. 1-1. That's up high for ball 2. He's too stiff. Two-one pitch. That is outside and high for ball 3. It is caught. Joe Buck. This is Dr. Delay. Dr. Delay! What is up, my guy? Awesome job on pre-snap read with Rising Rhino. Guys, if you did miss today's episode of pre-snap read, that's okay. Go follow Dr. Delay. Those things are archived. You can definitely go back and watch. It is on early in the morning. I'm up sometimes to watch it, and that's really cool. Today I was not, but it's a very, very good show. 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Also, Dr. Delay calls Pirates games and Steelers games, but he also does college football. He does playoff baseball. He is also doing NFL football. This guy is just out there pumping out content like it's gas. Really. It's unbelievable. He's really good. The pitch. That's up high for a ball. Mods, drop his link down below if you can. Zach McKinstry is up. He's 0 for 1. He's also 0 for 5 in the series, and he does a great job. I mean, I say it a lot, but I don't take that lightly. Here's the pitch. That misses outside, and a little bit high for ball 2. Let's go, Josh. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch, and that's up high for ball 3. Oh, wait, I see what you're doing, Josh. You want the Cubs to play the Phillies, so you're trying to hype the Phillies up now. I see what you're doing. I see you. 3-0 pitch. That is taken down for ball 4. And there's a 1-out walk, and that's going to put runners on at first and second for the Tigers. Doc says, I appreciate the kind words. I got you, man. No worries. It's the truth. I speak nothing but the truth. Javier Baez, 0 for 1. But in this series, 4 for 7. All right. Let's go. One away, top of the 4th. Runners are over at first and second base. Tigers trying to add on to their lead. McKinstry does lead off over at first, and Riley Green is at second. The pitch from Cantillo. That's a changeup, and that's in there for strike 1. Cecconi only lasts 2 1/3 of an inning. Gave up 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and he struck out 3 times. Or he struck out 3 batters. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Doc, do you ever, because of the multitasking, do you sometimes like fumble on your words, like you don't realize that you say something, but something just slips out? 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. I feel like that's been happening to me more and more, and that's not good. It's because I get distracted, and I'm distracting myself. Joshua says, "How'd you know?" I gotcha. Got him. I got him. Doc says all the time. Oh, it annoys the heck out of me. Here's a fastball that's taken a little bit outside for ball 1. That's to Parker Meadows. And then sometimes I'll go back to myself and I'll say, dude, why are you talking here? Just shut up. 1-0 pitch, and that's taken down for ball 2. And it's like, well, why didn't I say this before? I'm very critical listening to my own voice. I love my voice, though. Usually a lot of people are like, I don't like my voice. I actually do like my voice. 2-0 pitch. That ball is skied out over towards shallow left field. Kwan calls for it and shimmies towards his right side, and they'll make the catch, and the inning is over. It's time to go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Detroit. The difference of the game so far has been an RBI double from Kerry Carpenter. Excuse me. It's me, JJ, and Joe Buck on a plane. That sounds like 2 guys go into a bar. But no. It's me, JJ, and Joe Buck on a plane with 2 parachutes. When the engine stops, we throw out Joe. Then JJ calls his descent as we laugh all the way down. That's so mean. That's horrible. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Ay. I can see John typing, blah. Man, y'all are something. Doc says all the time when it comes to saying something that you don't realize is being said, and it's just because you're multitasking and you just do it subconsciously. Ugh, it's so annoying. Every time I'm in subconscious mode, I'm like, can I just, am I going to snap out of it or not? Guardians will need a big bat or 2 to erase the field mistakes, says Donald. What's up, Donald? How are you, my friend? Maybe the high five's better. I don't know, because if I do this, it looks... it kind of like makes me think I'm punching the face camera. We'll do this. But then I could also be like high-fiving somebody in the face if I do that. So I guess any way you look at it, it's a bad thing. I don't know. I like the pound better. What's up, my guy? But then it doesn't look like I'm punching anybody if I'm just doing it like this. But if I did it like this, then that's different. But yeah. I didn't even know how the Reds made it into the playoffs. It's because the Mets didn't make it. Just kidding. Bottom of the fourth. The pitch to Valera. That's in there for strike one. It also does look like you were talking to the hand as well. That was the other thing I was thinking of. Off to the hand. No balls. One strike. The pitch. That's down for a ball. Okay, go. Don says, I'm well. Cheering on the Phillies as JJ calls their victories. Donald, you're the man, dude. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch from Flaherty, and that's down and in for ball two. So, don't want to ignore the people that have just come on into the channel. What's going on, guys? Hopefully you're all doing well. Jose Ramirez does wait in the on-deck circle. We're in the bottom of the fourth out in Cleveland, Ohio. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that is taken at the knees for strike two. Brain freeze. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Valera in the box. Flaherty on the hill. And the next pitch, there's a line drive it out to right field. That's going to go all the way towards the wall. It'll hit off the cliff sign out in right field. The throw to second base, that's not in time. And there's a leadoff sliding double by Valera. Wrong music. But that's okay. Man got a hanger and just absolutely drilled that thing out to right field. He knew it was coming. He was patient. And he just smacked that thing out to right. And Jose Ramirez is now up at the plate for Cleveland. Let's go, chat! Charge! Here's the 1-0, and that is outside for ball two. You asked the question a month and weeks ago, will the Reds catch the Mets? I was wrong. Michael admits he was wrong. Seriously, I respect that. I do. You know, there's other people that do it too on this channel, and I do respect that. I do. Because there's other people that are like, you know, they won't say anything like when they're wrong, but then it's like when they're right, oh, I told you so. I told you this was going to happen. 3-0 pitch. There's a called strike. That's a slider at the knees. But yeah, good for you, man. What is that music from? That song is called Seven Nation Army. It's just a crowd chant version now. 3-1 pitch to Jose Ramirez. That is a foul ball. Jeff in the zone. What is up, my guy? I haven't seen you on here in a while. Who do I got on this game? I'm going to go with the Guardians, but again, part of me wants the Tigers to win just for Matt Vierling's sake. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the fourth. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the payoff pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. And so, a run will score, and we're all tied up 1-1. Jose Ramirez comes through in the clutch. Valera scores, and Ramirez is over at first. So Flaherty was doing well, and all of a sudden can't get it out here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the first pitch on the way to the next batter, Kyle Manzardo, and he takes strike one. 1-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch is outside for ball one. Charge! 1 ball, 1 strike. Flaherty kicks, fires. The pitch is outside. The throw to second base to get Ramirez. Got him! He's out! An excellent throw by Dingler. And Ramirez has to go back to the dugout. But let's see. Hold up a second. Vogt might challenge this. We'll see. That was a heck of a throw, though. That was a bang-bang play. They will not challenge. Dingler knew that Ramirez was going to go. He did. An excellent throw. That was a strike on over to second base, and Baez just caught it and tagged Ramirez's left hand. And it's really not easy to get Jose Ramirez out. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, bottom of the fourth. And the 2-1 pitch on the way. That is outside for ball 3. The count is 3-1. There's 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch. It's a foul ball. Ramirez tied the game on an RBI single, then just got caught stealing by Dylan Dingler. Flaherty kicks, delivers, and that is down for ball 4. And there's a 1-out walk by Kyle Manzardo. That'll put him on over at first base. Flaherty, the first time that he faces the batting order, his ERA is at a 2.34. Opponents are also batting .218 against him. The second time, it's at a 5.37 ERA when he faces the order again. And opponents are batting .237 against him. Here's DeLauder, who swings and misses at the first pitch and is down in the count 0-1. Flaherty gets set above the letters, and the 0-1 is tapped over to shortstop. The tag to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. That's a 6-3 double play, and DeLauder grounds into 1 to end the inning. Jose Ramirez ties the baby up, though, on an RBI single. It's a 1-1 game, and we're going to go to the 5th inning. The third time that Flaherty faces the batting order, his ERA is at an 8.68. So the first time it's at a 2.34. The second time it's at a 5.37. And the third time it's at an 8.68. That is not good. It's really not good. Is PAS here? Did I miss if PAS is here? JJ Future Mets play-by-play, man. Hey, man. I love calling games. I do. I would actually put my fandom aside, though. I really would. You know? No matter who gives me the call, I would put the fandom aside. I'm usually really, really good at that. I know that you guys don't see that because you guys see me calling games, of course, for the Phillies. But if I were to do if somebody were to ask me to call a game for the Mets or the Yankees, I don't care what team it is, I would absolutely just be locked into just calling that game. I have a different gear when I'm just when I'm just told that I have to call a game for a certain team. I'm just able to block out that noise. I really am. I do have to give myself credit there. So it doesn't matter who it really is for. I would block out the noise. I just hope for a good game call. I missed that chat before. JJ, you streaming all game? Am I streaming all game? Yes, I am. Am I streaming all day? I'm not doing the Padres-Cubs game. But I am going to do Yankees, Red Sox. That I am going to do. So that'll be nice. Yankees, Red Sox is on at 8. Padres, Cubs is on in a little bit over a half hour. A little over 40 minutes to be exact. Diamond Zone shows us how you're locked in during non-Phillies games. That's good. That's good. But, yeah. That's very good. The pitch on the way. There's a strike. That's to Gleyber Torres. It's a 1-1 game here. Kerry Carpenter had an RBI double for Detroit. And then Cleveland tied it back on an RBI single in the bottom of the 4th. Carpenter's double came in the top of the 3rd. It wasn't really a double. They just scored it as a double. The ball's 2 strikes to Gleyber Torres. Cantillo, still pitching for Cleveland, came on in relief for Cecconi. Throws the next pitch, and that's down for a ball. Thank you for that, though, my friend. Here's the 1-2 on the way. That misses outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That's taken down for ball 3. I need to get back into making spotting boards. I do. Spotting charts are so good. Doc, do you use spotting charts? I don't know if you're still tuning in. If you're working, I apologize. Don't type as you're working. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and there's one gone. In the top of the 5th, and Joey Cantillo gets his 3rd strikeout victim of the ball game. 135 watching, 70 likes. Help a brother out to get to 100 likes by smashing the like button, please. Or else. One ball, no strikes. JK. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The next pitch. That is taken for a called ball. Doc says no, sir. Do you know what a spotting board is, though? Just out of curiosity. Do you know what a spotting board is? 2 balls, no strikes. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch is taken down. That's a slider for ball 3. I got a subscriber. The bat worked, baby. Let's go. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next pitch is up high for ball 4. There's a 4-pitch walk drawn to Wencio Perez, and he will head on over to first base. JJ, you're playing way too much air horn. Oops. All right, I'll stop. Batman. Oh, baby, I'm unliking. Don't make me time you out again, Paul. Just kidding. No balls, 1 strike. Perez in the box. Did I say Perez walked? Kerry Carpenter walked. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eight seconds left on the pitch clock, and the next one is high for ball 2. Isn't like a baseball field with the names in their respective positions? All right, I'll explain it. Okay. This is a little bit of extra broadcasting terminology, if you're interested in that type of stuff. I like to geek out on these things. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Law, I love the air horn, says Neil. That's the right thing to say. Just kidding. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. There's a bouncer. Hit over to shortstop. Sliding stop by Rocchio. There's one. The throw to first. There's two. A 4-3 double play. That's the second double play that Cleveland has turned today. High fives to Rocchio as he goes back to the dugout with a big smile on his face. We're going to go to the bottom of the fifth. Perez does not have a smile on his face. He has to go take the field. All right. So yes, what is a spotting board, JJ, or a spotting chart? So basically what it is this, okay. So in broadcasting, in the broadcasting world, especially football commentators, like Merrill Reese, okay, for those people that follow the Eagles, Merrill Reese, of course, is the Eagles play-by-play announcer. Merrill doesn't always know who makes the tackles. So he has this thing called a spotter that's right next to him. Of course, Mike Quick is also doing the games with him too, and he'll help out as well. But there is a spotter who is in the booth, okay? They have binoculars, and their job is to point out to the broadcasters who made the catch, who made the tackle, and also to pass notes on if there were any penalties or like what certain penalties were called if the broadcasters don't know. But a spotter is also supposed to help you identify who the player is. But if you make a chart, like there's a lot of broadcasters that have spotting charts where it gives you all the information that you need on a certain player. Their height, their weight. Like you can put so much stuff in there. You can also talk about like, their college stats. Where did they go to college? How did they do in their last game? Etc., etc., etc. It gives you all the info that you need. And a lot of times, like when I was in school, we would learn how to make these spotting boards, these spotting charts, because those things were really important. And if we didn't use everything on our spotting board, that meant that it was a very good game. If we used more from the spotting board, that meant that it was a very bad game, and so we had to give out more information that way. So it's basically like an organizer, and it helps you present information rather than you having to go hunt for stuff like on the internet. It's all in one place. So yes, that's what spotting boards do. People don't really use it for baseball unless it's like a national game or they're doing it for a team that they don't cover. But for basketball, for football, for hockey, oh yes, there are people that do use that stuff. It takes time. Bottom of the fifth, and the pitch. That ball is flied out over towards straightaway center field. That's going to be caught for out number one. But yes, this is what I want today. Good baseball, no blowouts. That's good. I didn't know that, JJ. I thought that they use advanced TV to feed the reporters. They use that too. But yes, they do have spotters as well. There are people that are in the booth that are there. Yes, that do those types of things. It is a very neat thing. No balls, one strike. Bottom of the fifth, one out. And here's the 0-1 pitch. That is down and away for a ball. Cool story, actually. Or not cool story, but a very wild story, I'll tell you. As we're in this at-bat here to Bo Naylor. Now's actually a good time for this because it's in the middle of the game. 1-1 pitch, and that's in there for strike two. So I had an internship at NFL Films. During my internship there, I went to the Jets game. Jets were playing against the Broncos, I believe Thursday Night Football. It was one of the very first Thursday Night Football games on Amazon Prime. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bo Naylor still in the box. Flaherty on the mound. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 2-2 on the way. There's a line drive hit out over towards left field. The left fielder Green is there, and he'll make the basket catch to record the second out of the inning. Long story short, I was in the booth. I did enhanced audio that day, and that was cool. I got to help put mic packs on some of the offensive linemen, and I helped out somebody that was there that did that, and he was training me how to do it just for that day. But I was in the booth where the PA announcer was there, and also they had a spotter there too. 2 outs and the pitch, and that's taken down for a ball. They had 2 PA announcers, the Jets. The spotter that was there, he had the binoculars, but he also had his headsets on. The 1-0 pitch, and that is outside for ball 2. He was spotting for the PA announcers while he was producing the game for the Jets radio. He was doing 2 jobs at once. The 2-0 pitch, and that is on the outside corner for a strike. Don't know how he was doing it, but he was doing 2 things at once. And I bring this up because as the 2-1 is down for ball 3, when I was in college and they wanted students to really get involved with the station and learn a lot of things, the reason why they did that was because in the real world, you see somebody like that producing the game and spotting for these PA announcers at the same time as the next pitch is down for ball 3, so it's now 3-2. And the reason why they're doing that is because they're trying to make people do more jobs. You know, they think that they could have one person do like 2 or 3 different things at once and try to save money that way. You know? So you really get to learn a lot about the industry. But there's good and there's bad. But that was just something that I never really fully understood. And then like when I saw that, I was like, wow, that's crazy how they're doing it at even the top levels. 2 outs and a runner on over at first. Double duty. I hope you got paid for both jobs to Spidey. Yeah. He was doing 2 different things at once. Imagine he has the binoculars on. He's trying to spot for the PA announcers, and meanwhile he's listening to the radio play-by-play broadcast at the same time as he's spotting. I mean, he was locked in. Very, very locked in. But yeah, it's just, I geek out about these things. I do. So there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. We have a pitching change. It looks like Kyle Finnegan is going to come on into the game. 4 2/3 for Jack Flaherty. 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. That's so cool. Thanks. This is why I want to do a podcast. But I have to take the time to set that stuff up, you know? I feel like I could share a lot of like really cool stories. Some things I can't say. Some things I know, like I know like what I can and like what I can't say. But there's definitely some cool things that I'm sure that you guys don't even think about. And you're like, well, shoot, that's actually kind of interesting. You know, I never really thought about that. But yeah, spotting boards are cool. There's a whole... There are different types of spotting charts that are out there. There's actually an old video. If you actually go look it up, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of STAA Talent, but they're basically a talent agency that they're not really a talent agency. They're like a school that is like really into, you know, getting broadcasters like whatnot. They have different people join the program. If you're interested in being a broadcaster, there's a program out there for that. They call it STAA Talent. But basically, they had Joe Davis from like 15 years ago, and this was before he was obviously Joe Davis, but he showed a spotting chart of his whole football roster of a game that he was covering. It was a college football game, and he literally went through like what he puts on the spotting chart, and it's like really, really insane. The ball is 1 strike, and the next pitch is taken down and in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the bottom of the 5th, 2 away, a runner on over at first. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-1, and that's a foul ball hit back towards the screen. What's up, Hoagie boy? Can't talk about the NFL scripts as Candy Randy. It's not... That's a good one. You got me there. 1-2 on the way. That's taken down for ball 2. That was a good one. With Dodgers coming to CBP, I wonder if Hot Dog Boy will be there in the stands at Dodger Stadium. I don't know, dude. What's up, guys? Where's George and Ringo? 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, and that is up high for ball 3. My favorite band of all time. Guardians fans on their feet. They're in the yellow submarine. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, and that's a foul ball. And the yellow submarine is at Penny Lane. So it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 5th. There's 2 away, and there's a runner on over at first. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And a 3-2. That's a foul ball. So how do we get here, JJ? The Tigers and the Guardians are tied 1-1. Slade Cecconi went 2 1/3 for Cleveland. Gave up 1 earned run. That was on an RBI double by Kerry Carpenter. 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. 3-2 pitch to Rocchio. Ground ball hit over to first base. And Torkelson picks it up and will take it to the bag for out number 3 with ease. It's time to go to the 6th. We're tied 1-1. The Guardians had an RBI single from Jose Ramirez. That was off of Jack Flaherty. Flaherty was doing good through the first 4 innings, and then when he got into the 5th, he was getting into a little bit of trouble there. Gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and struck out 4. Ends the day with 74 pitches. Now they know how many holes it takes to fill the Albert Hall. Yeah, it's a good song. It's one of my favorite albums. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's a great last song to an album, by the way. It really is. How's everybody's day going so far? Thank you so much for the 7650 subs, guys. That's awesome. Again, we're going to be back for the Red Sox-Yankees game tonight, so if you guys are having a fun time on here, make sure you guys come back on. We'll be on. We don't bite. I might bring out the bat, but that's it. That's it. Winner of this series plays against Seattle on Saturday. Still don't know what time the games are going to be on Saturday yet. And we won't find out till probably the end of the night. We do, however, know, Phillies fans, Phillies do play Saturday. Phillies will not play Sunday. The AL teams are playing Sunday, but the Phillies are back on Monday. So they play Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, and then Game 4 would be Thursday, and a potential Game 5 would be Saturday. That's all that we know. So mark your calendars, get your pencils out, get your markers out, write in your calendars, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, and put in the question mark for Thursday and Saturday. The ball's 1 strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Cantillo pitching against Torkelson in the pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field, and there's the catch for out number 1 by Valera, George Valera. RG Energy. Pew. What's up, my guy? Got to head out in the bit and pick up a repaired hydraulic cylinder in high-low. I'll be listening though, says John. Eric Sabrowski, the left-handed pitcher, is warming up in the Cleveland bullpen. 1 ball, no strikes. Riley Green is in the box for Detroit. He's their star player. The pitch. And that's down for ball 2. Riley is 2 for 6 in this series with a pair of runs and 3 doubles. The 2-0 pitch. And he lays off the changeup, but it's in there for a strike. Hopefully we won't need 5 games, says RG Energy. 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right center field. And the catch is made by the center fielder, but he collided with Valera. DeLauder ended up making the catch there. Everybody's okay. They hug it out. But Riley Green does fly out to right center. Doc says, I gotta bounce. I'll catch you later. Not unless I catch you first. Just kidding, my guy. Thanks so much for stopping on by. You're the man. Guys, go subscribe to Dr. Delay. Doc, you got football tonight, right? You got football tonight? Or are you doing baseball tonight? The pitch. That's down for a ball. Any way you look at it, please go follow Dr. Delay. That's my guy. Does an awesome job with the play-by-plays. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 away, top of the 6th. Dingler in the box. Cantillo on the mound. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards deep left center field. That's going back towards the track, and that is gone! It's now 2-1 Detroit. Looked like it had a chance, and it just got on out of here. Dylan Dingler with a homer out to left field. It goes 401 feet. That's going to be it for Cantillo. Ooh. Both NL baseball and football tonight. Ooh, so you're on. Ooh, man, you're on 20 minutes. All right, well, have a good call, my friend. Maybe we'll come on over and say hi. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what we'll do. Oh, yes, we have to do our redirect. Yes, I almost forgot. That's what we're doing. We talked about that. Yes. So after this game is done, guess where I'm sending you guys to? The Doc. So if you don't subscribe to him now, and you should subscribe to him, well, you're still going to be able to get a redirect to him after our stream is done. So you're going to check him out any way you look at it. And that'll be kind of cool. We got 186 people rocking with us. Thank you all so much for being on here. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. The Doc. The Dr. Delay. Dr. Delay is who it is. I call him the Doc. That's what I call him. If he tells me, JJ, don't do that again, I won't do it. But I like to call him the Doc. This is Dr. DeLay's channel. If you have not gone to check it out, there it is. He's doing the Padres-Cubs game after the game. He's doing it at 5:08. That's when the game will start. Let's go. Bad college game on 2 featuring 0-4 University of Sam Houston. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a miss. I couldn't understand that. I'm sorry. Dylan Dingler with his first career postseason homer. And that puts the Tigers back up 2-1. Sobrowski facing McKinstry. And the 0-1 pitch is a foul ball. It was at 95 miles per hour. Eric this year with a 1.84 ERA. He did pitch yesterday. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 is a curveball that misses downstairs. One ball, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. McKinstry in the box. And the 1-2. High hopper hit over to shortstop, backhanded by Arias. The throw over to first. It's dug out, and the inning is over. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Guardians down 2-1 in Game 3 of this best-of-3 series. Okay. All right. Customization. Redirect. We're doing Dr. Delay. There he is. Excuse me. All right, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Bottom of the 6th. Stephen Kwan will lead it off for the Cleveland Guardians. And the first pitch, that's outside for a ball at 96 miles per hour. Finnegan is now pitching. He was acquired by Detroit at the deadline from the Washington Nationals. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. That's a called strike at 97 miles per hour. So A.J. Hinch decides to go with one of his high-leverage guys in the 6th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the next pitch is a splitter that misses down in the way for ball 2. All hands on deck for both these teams. Backs are against the wall. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-1 pitch. There's a foul ball again. Charge! 2 balls, 2 strikes, 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. The wind-up and the pitch, and Kwan fights this one off. It's hit out over towards left center field, but the shortstop Baez is there, and he'll make the catch. He had to turn over his shoulder as he was running backwards, and he was able to catch it. First, he turned his back over his shoulder, then he started running backwards, and he caught it. Heck of a catch by Javier Baez for out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now Valera is due up. Valera and Ramirez are each 1 for 2. Ramirez does wait in the on-deck circle. Valera did score a run on Ramirez's RBI single. He doubled his last time up, George. Takes a pitch for a strike. George also homered yesterday as well. Next pitch, that's low. One ball, 1 strike. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the next pitch is low for ball 2. Kyle this year with a 3.47 earned run average. 55 strikeouts. He did have 24 saves. A lot of them came with the Nationals. 2-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. His last actual save was on August 16th. That was against the Minnesota Twins. And he was, of course, at the time, on Detroit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch is low for ball 3. Yeah, probably should turn on the iPad, I guess. That might be a good idea, JJ. Just to keep you updated with what's going on in that Padres-Cubs game. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch on the way. Tapper, foul ball. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Finnegan versus Valera. Who will win the battle? The next pitch, that's a foul ball. Comment your thoughts down below. Who's going to win this battle here, Valera or Finnegan? It's been an 8-pitch at-bat. A 7-pitch at-bat, but the 8th pitch is coming on up. Finnegan gets set below the letters. The 3-2 pitch, there's a grounder hit over towards the right side. Baez picks it up, throws it over to first. That's in time. That was Torres for out number 2, not Baez. So there's 2 away. JJ, do we have a chance against the Dodgers? What are your thoughts? I think it's going to go to 5, my guy. I really do. I think that the Phillies will win in 5. It's not going to be easy, but I have confidence in this baseball team. The pitch. That's outside for ball 1 to Jose Ramirez. One ball, no strikes. Finnegan comes set and delivers a splitter that is down. Christopher, what's going on, man? What a game we have going on out in Cleveland, Ohio. The 2-0 pitch. That's a splitter in there at the knees for strike one. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icons, folks. Padres game will get started in 10 minutes. And we'll do like a little bit of diamond zone. The 2-1 pitch to Jose. That's a foul ball. What is diamond zone? Well, diamond zone is basically something that we do during the regular season, where we do multiple games at once. It's like NFL Red Zone, but it's for baseball. And we do like a radio style. But obviously this is just going to be for 2 games. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Ramirez, that is outside and taken for ball 3. Hunter says Dodgers in 7. They don't play in 7. My guy. They play in 5. It's a 5-game series. The 3-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards deep left field. That's going back towards the track, but that's going to be caught on the track by Riley Green. And Jose Ramirez will have to go back to the dugout to get his glove. And we're going to go to the 7th inning. It's 2-1 Tigers. We're going to take our final step off. Be right back. All right, it's time to go to the top of the 7th. Javier Baez is up at the plate, and Baez swings and misses at the fastball. That's at 94. We need 3 more likes to get to a hundo. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. There's a high drive. Hit out to left field, and that's going to hit off the top of the wall. Kwan plays it off the bounce with his bare hand, throws it over to second. The throw is not in time. A little bit more height, and it would have went out of here. But Javier Baez does get on with a leadoff double. That pitch was right down the middle, right where Javier Baez wanted it. He thought that that thing was going to go. And again, that wall is pretty high out in left field. Charge! Just a little bit more height, and I think it would have been on out. Parker Meadows shows bunt, but then takes it back, and the pitch is high and taken for ball 1. 2-1 Detroit. In the top of the 7th, the difference is Dylan Dingler, his home run. It was a solo shot. 1-0 pitch. That ball's bunted right in front of the mound. Sabrowski does get over to it. He spins, he turns, throws it on over to first base. They call him out. And Meadows is looking back at the dugout. Was he called safe? I thought he was called out. That wasn't really the best angle, to be fair, because they showed it from the pitcher's angle. Let's see again. Nope, he beat out the throw. My mistake. Couldn't even see the call from the umpire. He wasn't in the picture, but he did beat it out, and that's going to put runners on at the corners. So there's still nobody out. The Troy fans, don't get mad at me. I apologize. But we will have a pitching change, as that is going to be it for the pitcher, Sabrowski. There we go. A dingleberry is the difference. We got runners on at first and third. In 4 more minutes, the San Diego game will be on. San Diego and Chicago. Take note, Philly. That's how you play small ball. He did it perfectly. He did. He got on top of the ball and just absolutely put it in the right spot. It wasn't hit too hard in front of the mound. It was perfect. Perfect. Poetry. It's baseball poetry. Take note, Philly. They're not taking notes right now. I'm kidding. Maybe they are. Rob Thompson's chewing that bubble gum. JJ, your homework assignment is to ask your mom if she knows who Magnum PL is. Report back. I'll just text her right now. I'll ask her. Let me see if she knows. I will literally text her right now. I don't even know if she's tuning on in. My dad might know. We'll text them both. Who is Magnum PL? Do you guys know? Oh, PI. My bad. I actually typed in the I, too. My bad. The pitch that's in there for a strike. The ball is 1 strike. Top of the 7th. We got runners at the corners. Gaddis gets set and fires. The 0-1 pitch is a foul ball hit back towards the screen. JJ, your homework assignment should be to actually watch an episode of Magnum PI. Do you know what it's on? The ball's 2 strikes. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. I guess I could look it up. The 0-2 pitch. That's down and away for a ball. Maybe it's on LINKTREE TV. I don't know. I don't know what it would be on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 delivery is going to bounce in the dirt for ball 2. It was down and away. Gleyber Torres is up. The original. Got you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-2. There's a grounder hit back over towards the mound. Runner at third stays. The throw over to first, that's in time. So Gaddis did have to turn over to chit the runner at third. Didn't have time to get the runner out who went over to second base. but he did get the easy outs. There was nothing he could do to get the runner who was over at first base out. All right, the Padres and the Cubs are underway. But, of course, we'll stay here and we'll let you know if there are any updates in that Padres-Cubs Game 3. 1 away, top of the 7th. They're going to have to walk Kerry Carpenter to load the bases, and they will take their chances instead with Wencio Perez, who is still batting on the left side. Perez in the box. Bases loaded, top of the 7th. Carpenter at first, Meadows at second, Baez at third. First pitch, swing and a miss. Got a changeup there, and, well, Perez swung on top of it. No balls, 1 strike. Top of the 7th, 1 away, bases juiced. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-1. There's a line drive. Hit out to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Baez will score. Meadows rounding third. He's being waved home. And it's now 4-1 Detroit. A 2-run single, and runners are going to be at the corners for the Tigers. Perez makes them pay for intentionally walking Carpenter. Wow. The Guardians fans are silenced, and the Detroit fans getting loud. Spencer Torkelson's coming on up to the plates. Wow. Not the remake. Wow. All right, 4-1 Detroit in the top of the 7th. And again, runners on at first and third. Spencer Torkelson, who has gone 0 for 3 today. He has struck out twice. He also hit a rocket out to right field his last time up, but got robbed on a base hit. He's batting on the right side. Gaddis pitching for the Cleveland Guardians. Perez at first, Carpenter at third. The pitch, that's popped up right behind home plate. The catcher gives it a look, and it'll head on out of play, 5 rows deep. Winner of the series faces Seattle on Saturday out at T-Mobile Park. The 2 runs get charged not to Gaddis, but to Sabrowski. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. 4-1 Detroit. The 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. And Carpenter will come on in to score. Perez heads over to third. And that's an RBI single for Spencer Torkelson. The Tigers adding on to their lead. That was a bullet. And Stephen Kwan actually did a very good job hustling to that ball just to cut it off. Usually that's a double, but Kwan with his speed able to just keep it a single there and also allowed the runner to stay at third. There's another line drive. That's hit out to right field. Another base hit for Riley Green this time. And so Torkelson stops at second. It's now 6-1 Tigers, and the Guardians can't stop the bleeding. It's been all Tigers in this 7th inning. mound visit here. And possibly a pitching change. Wow. And there will be a pitching change. So, top of the 7th, one away, 6-1 Detroit. And we'll have a new pitcher come on in. 3 base hits in a row by the Tigers, including an RBI single by Riley Green, an RBI single by Spencer Torkelson, and a 2-run single by Wenzel Perez. All here in the 7th inning. 4 runs scored. Wow, they're blowing them out now. As Larry would say, it's over. They blew it wide open, yeah. And they're still threatening, by the way. They are. Hey, JJ, how are the Cubs doing? Very good question. They're going to the bottom of the 1st inning. There's no score. So the Cubs and the Padres are on. Again, once this Guardians-Tigers game is officially over, okay, I am going to send you guys off the Dr. Delay. Pink Kego, what's up? Over on Twitch. How you doing, my friend? Shout out to you. Hit that follow button over on Twitch if you guys have not done so already. We go on for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles, but we also do other baseball coverage on this channel. Lots of baseball coverage. So it's great. All right, top of the 7th, one away. Riley Green is over at first base. He got on with an RBI single. And up next is Dylan Dingler. Dingler will come on up, and he will be facing, it'll be Matt Festa, the 32-year-old from Brooklyn, New York, who had a 4.12 earned run average this season. The pitch. That's outside and taken for ball 1. Eight seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-0 swing and a miss. That sweeper was out of the zone, and Dingler chased on after it. Festa started off his career with Seattle, played with them for 4 seasons. Then he went to the Mets, got traded to Texas, and then signed with Cleveland this year. Next pitch is down and away for ball 2. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. How many people do we have tuning on in? Let us know down below. Dingler was 0 for 7 in the series to start off today. And he had that solo home run to give Detroit the lead. Next pitch, it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still in the top of the 7th. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Festa gets set above the letters. Kicks. Deals. That next pitch is outside for ball 3. In the Cubs game, we do have an update. Michael Busch just led off the bottom of the 1st with a single. And now Nico Horner is up to bat. Again, Yu Darvish is on the hill for San Diego. Here's the 3-2 on the way. That's inside and high for ball 4. Bases are juiced for Detroit. Stephen Vogt is like, what do I do here? They're actually, what are they going to do? Challenge? What are they challenging? Are they calling interference? Is that what they were calling? The pitch was inside. Oh, I think they're saying that it hit him. That's what they're saying. They're saying that the ball hit the batter. It was inside. But it looked like maybe it got the knob of the baseball bat. So Cleveland is challenging this. I guess they're thinking at this point, what did they have to lose here? And also, if the call is overturned, the ball did bounce into the glove. Did it bounce into the glove? Let's see the full replay again. It did not bounce into the glove, so it would just be a foul ball. So the call is overturned. It is a foul ball. And Dingler will have to go back to the plates. So the ruling was that it was a hit by pitch. And the ball did hit the knob of the baseball bat. And so Dingler will have to get his bat back from the bat boy. And he will step back up to the plates. It's got to be really demoralizing as a hitter because you got to lock back on it. Runners still at first and second. One away. The payoff pitch, here it is. That's outside, and so the runners will move anyways. And Dingler will just go back on over to first base. So now the bases are loaded officially. One out, top of the seventh. Winner of this series becomes a sacrificial lamb in Seattle. By the way, Ian Happ did just strike out for the Cubs. There's two away there in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded. Zach McKinstry in the box. It's been a 4-run seventh inning for the Tigers. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is way outside and taken for ball one. A double play ends it. A base hit blows this game wide open. McKinstry is 7 for 37 in his career with the bases loaded. The 1-1 pitch. That's a sweeper that's in the zone for strike two. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, folks. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch on the way. That's a called strike, 3 on the outside edge. And Festa able to put it in a good spot. And he got the call as well for out number 2. Alrighty. Luck is here. What's up, Luck? How are you? How is Luck doing? We got a lot of people on here. Hopefully you're all doing very, very well. Javier Baez is up with the bases loaded, and he goes fishing after a sweeper and is already down in the count 0-1. It's been a nightmare inning for the Guardians. Baez 1 for 3 in this game so far. The 0-1 pitch. There's a foul ball. Dingler's at first, Green's at second, and Torkelson is over at third base. Here's the 0-2 to Baez. That ball is topped foul. In the Cubs game, just to let you guys know, Michael Busch tried to swipe second base. They called him safe at second. The Padres are challenging to see if Bogart swiped him out. I think he's out. And if he is out, the inning is over. Here's the 0-2. That ball is skied out over towards shallow right field, and that ball is going to be caught. And the inning is over out in Cleveland. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 6-1 Detroit. Guardians coming back up. They'll have the meat and potatoes of the batting order due up. All right. And so the call in the Cubs game is overturned. And they are going to go to the 2nd inning. San Diego and Chicago are scoreless. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, time to go to the top of the second out in Chicago, but more importantly, it's also time to go to the bottom of the seventh out in Cleveland. 6-1 Tigers. Tyler Holton is going to go out there to pitch for Detroit. He has a 3.66 ERA. And the pitch, that is taken up high for ball one. That was a sinker. 1 ball, no strikes. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-0 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. That's going to be caught, though, for out number 1. It takes 2 pitches to get the first out of the inning. How we doing on the likes, mods? Let us know down below. This game is crazy. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch. And that is a foul ball. Mom says yes. Private Investigator TV show. Classic 1980s crime. Tom Selleck. So she knows. No balls, 2 strikes. DeLauder is in the batting box. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's out number 2. In the bottom of the 7th. If you guys do want to go tune on into the Cubs game, that is on Dr. DeLay's channel. And it's also on Orioles Birdwatcher's channel as well. You can go watch either or. Arias is up, and he hits a chopper back up the middle for a base hit. So there's a 2-out single by Gabriel Arias. And he is now over at first base. All right, so let's drop Reed W's link. Where is Orioles Birdwatcher? There he is. So if you want to go watch BW's version of the San Diego Padres game, you can do that for sure. The pitch, there's a grounder. It's hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is just in time to get out number 3. It's time to go to the 8th inning. Parker Meadows, Gleyber Torres, and Kerry Carpenter are due on up at the plate. That's 9, 1, and 2. All right, so if you guys want to go tune on in to BW's channel for the game. Oh, John, did you hear me? Did you hear me, John? The mom knows. Mom also sent me 2 pictures of Thomas William Selleck's Wikipedia. Oh, I know the guy. Yeah. He's 80 years old now. Ryan O'Hearn just got on with a 2-out single in that San Diego-Chicago game, and he is over at first base. You know what? We actually will go raid BW when we go to the bottom of the 8th inning out in Cleveland. That's what we'll do. We will go say hi to BW. Here's Gavin Sheets. The count is 0-1 to him. Next pitch on the way. That's outside for a ball. Since its wildcard system was started with the team winning game 1 is 13-0 and soon 14-0. The pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away, top of the second. Tyone pitching for the Cubs. And the 1-2 is just down for ball 2. You think Seattle would sweep both of these teams, really? I don't think they would sweep them. I don't think that it would be a sweep. I do think that Seattle would beat the Tigers in 4. I think it would go 4. Because Scubell's going to have to pitch one of those games. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gavin Sheets. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the Cubs are going to go to the bottom of the second inning. They're scoreless out in Chicago at Wrigley Field. And with that, we're back to the top of the 8th inning out in Cleveland. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1 to Parker Meadows. Jacob Junis is pitching, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field. They'll stay in the ballpark, though. The catch is made, and there is out number 1. Did John leave? Did John hear me? We got 155 people rocking with us, 106 likes. Thank you all so much. There's a pitch that's outside. It's a sinker. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Up next is Kerry Carpenter. There's the 1-0. It's a tapper that's fouled towards the third base side. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Junis with a 2.97 ERA. Kicks, fires the 1-1. That slider catches the inside corner for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch. That's down in the way for ball 2. The windup and the next pitch. There's a grounder hit over to third base. Third baseman has it, picks it up, throws it over to first. There's out number 2 in the top of the 8th inning. So again, after this inning is done, we're going to go say hi to BW. And you guys are going to go say play-by-play with JJ Raid. That's where you guys are going to go. Let's go Raid BW after this inning. I'm going to drop the link, and you just click on that, and you just go say hi and tell him that play-by-play with JJ sent you. 1 ball, no strikes to Kerry Carpenter. Junis' pitch outside. Slade Cecconi got the start today. Did not last long at all whatsoever. Just 2 1/3. The 2-0 pitch. Grounder. Hit over towards the right side. Second baseman has it. Picks it up. Throws it on over to first. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. It's time to go say hi to Orioles Bird Watcher. I'm going to drop the link down below once again. Here it is. All right. Let's go say hi to BW. There's the link. And we shall return. Tommy Kahnle is going to go out there to pitch in the bottom of the 8th. Cleveland down by 5. They're also down to their final 6 outs of the season. The ball is 1 strike. By the way, the Cubs do have runners on at second and third with nobody out. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So the count is 0-2. Carson Kelly is up for the Cubs. We'll let you know if he does any damage. Bottom of the 8th here, though. Kifus in the box, and the 0-2 is down for a ball. CJ is 0 for 1 with the strikeouts. Next pitch, ground ball, hit over to shortstop. Baez, and the throw over to first. In time, good stretch due by Torkelson. There's out number 1. And the Cubs now have bases loaded because the batter just got hit. Was that Nico Horner that got hit? No, it was Carson Kelly. So bases loaded for the Cubs. They're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And they have no score, and there's nobody out. So the Cubs have bases loaded, and it looks like Ruben Niebla is going to go out there to have a conversation with his pitcher. No balls, 1 strike. Sandy, thank you so much for the sub. The 0-1 pitch, that is down for a ball. Tommy Kahnle, a former Yankee, is on the mound. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch, that misses down and in for ball 2. That changeup was flat. Just went over to say hi to Orioles Birdwatcher with you. I saw that. Yep, I gave you a shout out too. I gave you a heart. Same thing with Edward as well. 2 balls, 1 strike. The windup and the next pitch. There's a grounder hit towards the right side and through the hole for a base hit. And a 1-out single by Brian Rocchio in the bottom of the 8th. In the at-bat to Pete Crow Armstrong, it's 1 ball, no strikes. And the Cubs have the bases loaded with nobody out. That's in the bottom of the 2nd. Let's go to his at-bat very quickly. The 1-0 pitch to Pete Crow Armstrong. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards shallow center field. That'll get down for a base hit. 2 runs will score for the Cubs. And so they lead it. And they're going to say it's just 1 run. I thought maybe 2 would come on in, but it's a 1-0 ball game. Pete Crow Armstrong comes through. And the bases are still loaded out at Wrigley Field. Stephen Kwan is up for the Guardians, and he sends this one out to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. That's going all the way towards the wall. And so the throw is a little bit short as the right fielder slipped, and Kwan will stay over at second base. That's going to put runners on at 2nd and 3rd for Cleveland. So we got some drama going on here as well. 1-0 Cubs and 6-1 Tigers. Wow. That's going to be it for the Tigers pitcher. So Tommy Kahnle is done. And Valera is coming up for Cleveland. We also have a pitching change going on out in Chicago as well. Yu Darvish only goes an inning, just an inning, a little bit over an inning. It's a 1-0 game. The Cubs have the lead there. Crazy. I just went over to say hi to Orioles Birdwatcher. That's really cool, man. Believe it or not, JJ, right now I'm watching the Orioles Birdwatcher on my computer. On my phone right now. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's go. We love it when we support everybody. It's great. It's a great, great feeling. These games are like in sync right now as far as when they're taking breaks and whatnot. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Will Vest is going to come on in. They are going to put him in right now. Kwan's at second. Rocchio's over at third. Valera is coming up. And up next, it's Jose Ramirez. And then we'll let you know when the Cubs are back on, too. Vest with a 3.01 ERA in 64 games this season. It's not a save situation right now. Wait, that's a lie. It is. Because the tying run is on deck. Now the tying run is still in the hole. Jeremiah Estrada is also going to pitch for the San Diego Padres. And again, there's bases loaded. Nobody out, bottom of the second there. Dansby Swanson is up. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. Here's George Valera for Cleveland. Vest kicks, delivers, and the pitch is inside for ball one. One ball, no strikes to George Valera. The next pitch, there's strike one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Valera. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Dansby Swanson. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the at-bat to Valera. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-2 in both counts. Alex is also here. What's up, Alex? One ball, 2 strikes to Valera. Vest kicks, fires. The pitch is outside for ball 2. Let's go to Swanson's pitch right now. The 1-2 to Swanson. That's a foul ball. Two balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch on the way. That's a cold strike 3 on the outside corner to Valera. Here's Swanson's 1-2 that's in the dirt for ball 2. But there are 2 outs now in Cleveland and 2 runners in scoring position. That was a nice pitch thrown by Will Vest. And now Jose Ramirez comes up, and the first pitch to him is down and in for a ball. Swanson's 2-2 coming on up, but that's up high for ball 3. It's a full count to Dansby Swanson with the bases loaded. 1-0 Cubs. Again, that's just in the bottom of the second. The 1-0 to Ramirez, that's down and in for ball 2. Ramirez batting on the left side. Kyle Manzardo does wait in the on-deck circle. 2 balls, no strikes. Vest kicks, delivers, and the pitch is outside for ball 3. The payoff pitch to Dansby Swanson. Here it comes. That's high for ball 4, and the Cubs get another run. Here's the 3-0 to Ramirez that's in there for strike 1. 2-0 Chicago, and the bases are still loaded with nobody outs. 3 balls, 1 strike to Ramirez. The pitch, ground ball, hit over towards the first baseman. Torkelson has it, throws it over to first. That's not in time. That's going to bounce off the pitcher. The throw to second to get Ramirez. That's not in time either. So 2-run score. The pitcher had to go cover first base. Torkelson made an excellent throw over to the pitcher. Got him right on the chest. The ball bounced out of the glove. It went over towards the first base dugout, and Cleveland is back in business. Sylvester could not make the catch and field the ground ball that was hit to the first baseman, Torkelson. That was a good throw, too. Now the question becomes, as soon as he got to the ball, Ramirez did round first. He went over to second. It was a good throw there. Was Ramirez safe or not is the question. He looks out. The call was that he was safe. He got tagged right on the jersey, and that should do it in this 8th inning. So the call is going to be overturned. He is out. Did both runs score? I think that they did. So that is going to send it to the top of the 9th inning. It is a 6-3 ball game, though. And the Tigers are coming back up to the plate. All right. Let's go back to this Cubs game. It's 2 balls, no strikes here to Seiya Suzuki. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. I don't know how he dropped that ball, but an excellent throw. He did stay with the play. He did. That was crazy. It's still a 6-3 game, though. But Ramirez being out at second, that was big. That was huge for them to get that out there. 2 balls, no strikes to Michael Busch. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Cleveland has fight. They do. They got some fight left. Even though that was still a rally cure because Ramirez was out at second. 2 balls, 1 strike to Michael Busch. Nobody out, or now it's 1 out here in the bottom of the second. So Suzuki did get out. 2-1 pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Cubs are up 2-0. And that was Shaw who struck out. Time called by Michael Busch. He's like an entire Phillies lineup all on his own. Crazy. 2-2 is the count to Busch in the Cubs game. They lead it 2-0. The 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. This one's hit out over towards right field. It's a foul ball, though. Again, an excellent throw after dropping that ball by Will Vest. Made a sensational throw over the second base. Two balls, 2 strikes to Michael Busch. Next pitch is down for ball 3. The Tigers are also back on. They will start off the 9th inning. It's a 1 ball, no strike count to Wencio Perez. Here's the pitch that's in there for a called strike. Cubs trying to add on. The 3-2 pitch to Busch coming on up in just a few more seconds as time is going to be called. The 1-2 to Perez, that's a foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes to Wencio Perez, and the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pitch to Busch. There's a ground ball hit over to first base. The throw over the second, there's 1. The throw back to first, there's 2. They do get a double play, and the inning is over. But the Cubs do strike for 2 runs, and they will go to the 3rd inning up 2-0 against the San Diego Padres in Game 3 of the NL Wildcard Series. Top of the 9th here, 6-3 Detroit. And the pitch with 1 out is in there for a called strike. Can't believe the Cubs did not get more runs there. 1-1 is the count. Top of the ninth. 1 out. And again, once this game is done, I will send you over to Dr. Delay. It'll ask you for a redirect. Here's the pitch. That ball is skied out over towards left center field. And Arias is there. He'll make the grab for the second out of the inning. Hit that thumbs up button, people. And subscribe to the channel as well. We got Red Sox and Yankees tonight at 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you back on for that. The pitch, bouncer, hit over to third base. Ramirez has it, throws it over to first. And we are going to go to the bottom of the ninth. Manzardo, DeLauder, and Arias are coming up to the plates for the Cleveland Guardians with their season on the line. We'll see if Vest goes back out there for another inning of work. We shall see. All right. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. How's everyone doing, chat? We feeling good? We feeling okay? How we feeling? We seem quiet. Seem a little quiet. Just want to make sure that you guys are alive. If you love baseball, hit that thumbs up button. If you love baseball, hit that subscribe button. If you love baseball, turn on the bell icons. It's great. It's awesome, awesome stuff. All right, so again, Yu Darvish for the San Diego Padres only lasted 1 inning. That's it. Gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, and did strike out a batter. Feeling like Detroit is about to move on, says John. Yeah, I think it'll get interesting in the bottom of the ninth, but I think Detroit does hang on. This Cubs game is getting wild. They're in the top of the third. It's 2 balls, no strikes to Jake Cronenworth. And he will take a called strike at the knees. Yankees game, first pitch will start in 2 hours and 13 minutes. We'll be on for that. All right, here we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Manzardo will lead it off. Cronenworth for the Padres did just ground out over to second. Your ex is warming up to sing. Will Vest is going to go back out there for the bottom of the ninth. First pitch, there's a called strike. Right down Broadway to Kyle Manzardo. Boy, did I get this game wrong. The 0-1 pitch. It's down in the way for a ball. One ball, one strike to Kyle Manzardo. Next pitch is high and taken for ball 2. The last time that Will Vest did pitch 2 innings, it was on September 13th. 2-1 pitch. Foul ball hit back over towards the screen. The 30-year-old with 23 saves and a 3.01 ERA did not have a good September. 2-2 pitch. There's a grounder. Hit over towards the shortstop Baez. The throw over to first. That's in time. And there's one away in the bottom of the ninth. So 2 more outs to go for Detroit. excellent play by Javier Baez. It was not as easy as it looked. Had to go towards his right side. Fielded on the bounce, shuffled his feet a little bit as he was running. Was able to just scoop it up and throw it on the run off balance over to first. DeLauder is up, and he takes strike one right down the middle at 97 miles per hour. The 0-1 pitch. That's outside and taken for ball one. One ball, one strike. The pitch, a high bouncer, hit over towards the backside of the mound. The throw over to first by Vest. Oh, what a play that was by Will Vest. It just had enough hanging time for him to back up off the mound. He was backpedaling off the mound. Don't know how he did that. And then he had to also watch out for the other fielders who were coming in right behind him. And he was able to catch it off the high bouncer and fire a missile over to first to get the speedster DeLauder out. And one more out to go out in Cleveland. Guardians have their backs against the wall. It's all up to Daniel Schneemann. He comes on in the pinch hits, and he takes ball one outside. Tigers are one out away from moving on. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch, foul ball. It'll go out of play. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Vest kicks, fires, swing and a miss. Cleveland down to its final strike. One and two is the counts. The next pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over towards the first base line. Torkelson has it, picks it up, tags first base, and Detroit is moving on. They're crowning Spencer Torkelson right over at first. The pile comes. And the Tigers will be facing the Mariners out at T-Mobile Park on Saturday night. What a series for those Tigers. Wow. Gotta tell you what, the Detroit Tigers absolutely outplayed the Cleveland Guardians today. And they looked really, really good out there. Jack Flaherty pitched well, and tell you what, A.J. Hinch really did press the right buttons today. He did. The way that he managed this game, he absolutely did outmanage Stephen Vogt. Kyle Finnegan, Holton, Canley, and Vest today. No runs in 4 innings of work. 4 1/3 of an inning. And they only gave up 3 hits. They were sensational. They did very, very well. The Guardians, I got to tell you, the Guardians had a very good season. They were riding a hot wave. And the reason why they lost, one of the main reasons why they lost was because they just had a lot of defensive problems. They really did. Their defense could not back up their starting pitchers. Tarek Skubal also pitched very, very well in Game 1. It was going to be really tough for you to beat him. And they did take Game 2, and they came back, and they put up those 5 runs in that 8th inning. But today, the defense was just really not so good, and and it came back to bite you today. Yesterday, they had problems defensively, but their offense made up for it. Today, your offense wasn't really as supportive, and then your bullpen got tacked on. Gaddis and Sabrowski just did not have their stuff. A lot of their pitches were flat, and the Tigers took advantage of it. So Detroit is moving on, and that's why. But still a great season by the Cleveland Guardians. They, I believe, still have a lot to look forward to in regards to next year. I think that their future is bright. But congratulations to the Detroit Tigers. They'll be back on Saturday. Dingler with that go-ahead home run. And also, by the way, he gunned out Jose Ramirez at second base. That was clutch, too. We could also go back to that 8th inning. Specifically, we could go back to Will Vest and his big play. I know that he dropped that ball on that throw over to first base by Spencer Torkelson, and he should have caught that. But Jose Ramirez, as he was rounding first base, he had some trouble on the bases in this series, and Will Vest threw a strike over to second base. And Ramirez thought that he could get there in time, and plenty of time, and he was out. It took a very good throw off that same play to get him out at second, and that was a big factor. If he's safe at second, that does change things. Who knows what could have happened throughout the rest of that 8th inning. And also, then that changes how do you manage the 9th. Does Vest go back out there for the 9th if Ramirez was safe at second? I don't know. So that was quite a game, quite a series. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Again, I'm going to send you guys off to Dr. DeLay. He is covering the Cubs-Padres game. We will be back on at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time for the Red Sox-Yankees game. But that was quite a game, man. Congratulations, Detroit. Incredible last 2 weeks for these two teams. Wow, great thing. At least one more game to see, Scubell. Yeah, for sure. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to say goodbye to the Guardians. Yeah. Yes. So that's it. All right. Love you guys. Catch you all in the next one. See you all later tonight. And yeah. All right. See you soon.